But one of the things that he was interpreting is how Moses, his strength was he was physically strong, and Joseph, Prophet Joseph, Yusuf, his strength was that he was physically beautiful, and Joseph is narrated to be one of the most beautiful human beings of all time, if not the most beautiful. But that was actually what got them in trouble. Moses' strength, he accidentally killed someone when he punched him. And so that actually got him in trouble. Joseph almost got raped by a woman. That actually got him in trouble and sent him to jail because the woman said that he raped her. And their weaknesses, Moses' weakness was his speech. He had a speech impediment. He stuttered. And who speaks more in the Quran than Moses? Moses is called Kalimullah, the person who has talked most, had deep conversations with God, more than any other messenger of God. He talked the most to him, and yet his weakness was his speech. He talked to one of the greatest politicians of all time, the Pharaoh, one of the strongest, one of the best speakers, and yet his weakness was his speech. So sometimes what you have to find really what your podcast or what your music is look at your weaknesses and look at your strengths and look at what you love and try to find a way to utilize it to better help the world, and that's the best way to do it.
I need to stop every time I make a flaw. I need to stop going in circles and repeating those flaws. For example, with drugs and alcohol, I'm in a constant battle. I'm not an addict. I'm not nothing, but I'm in a constant battle where I tell myself the way you probably are. But
I do this too.
But mine's like,
one day you're like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. And then next week,
it's just around us everywhere, and I'm constantly trying to fight it. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to hang out with you because I know we're gonna have to drink. Like, everybody's gonna be drinking. Blah blah blah.
See, but then don't you catch yourself not hanging out with people because you want to smoke?
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna do an even better job than that. Like, I need to find out what's really right for me. That's not my other fault. I don't know what's right for me yet either. I don't know.
I think sometimes when I first started off, I was afraid of the change because it was like, what do you? Well, when I thought about, like, I do want to get close to God, I do want to start practicing Islam, but I gotta pray 5 times a day every day.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like it sucks.
It turns you off from that.
Yeah, and then I started doing it, and I'm like a year in. I didn't even realize I pray 5 times a day every day. It's to a point where when I don't pray one of the prayers, I feel off. I could work out, I can get my homework done, I can do all my podcasts, but if I miss the prayer, something feels off. It becomes
like the
norm.
gym, dude. It's like building this routine. Like with the gym, right? Like when you first start off, you're like, damn, I'm gonna have to like work out straight for like a few months before I'm like even close to like how I want to be, you know. And then once you start, you're forever small. Once you start lifting, you're forever small in your eyes. You always see something wrong,
True.
right?
Yeah,
Same with Islam, I'm sure. And it's like that. It's like, and then it's like you get to a point where like you missed a workout and you're like, God, I missed a workout. Like I feel like shit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same as that. And then it's like you just got to shut your brain off, stop overthinking, and just get yourself in there. Yeah, same with religion. Just start it. Just start doing it and see where it goes.
And start with the, it's
like that with anything in life.
Start working out once. Start praying once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. See where it goes. And stick to it. Dedication.
And I think one of the problems you would have is because that's the problem I had is like friends, dude. My whole world has to crash. Like everything has to change. I have to give up everything. I have to give up my friends, my environment, the way I talk, the way I think of the world. It all completely changes once I embody what I believe to be true.
That becomes part of you.
You're some of your white friends, some of my white friends, they actually don't like me anymore. Well, we'll get to that, but once you try to change yourself for the better, they don't like that.
Absolutely.
They don't like that you feel insecure and you're trying to become secure. So like it makes them like, why is he acting different?
Absolutely.
Why is he, even though you're telling them, yo, I'm trying to go some changes, they keep bringing you back in like this road. Yeah. That's another flaw.
Misery likes company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yo.
So
fuck that.
That's why I just don't surround yourself with toxic people, man.
And luckily for me, a lot of my friends that are white have been very supportive.
Yeah.
They've told me like, listen, I'm proud of the person you're becoming, I'm proud of who I've seen you change.
You got good friends.
You got
though.
good friends. I'm
He
not
has-
saying
he
all
has
white
good
people are like
friends.
this, but like a lot of my friends are white, and I've observed this behavior from only white people.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it comes down to.
That's not true. I have a Muslim. He's not very Muslim, but I have a Muslim friend. He's like.
It's not only white people. That's
He's like-
definitely it's in your personal experience.
yeah.
It's the white people.
Yeah, it's not. I think there's more than just, but like from my personal experience, a lot of white people just want. They don't want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that misery like
bro. They're just stagnated sometimes. Not all of them. I'm saying the ones that I've come across in my life now, they just want to like. They're happy where they are.
They don't
wanna
want
grow.
you to be different than them because they don't like different.
You know that mistake all happened in high school is when you're trying to fit in. And you make these relationships and you carry them on through college.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, I made a mistake when I was a kid. I shouldn't have even fucked with
Yeah.
you in the first place. Like,
We're all three gonna succeed.
I think so.
We all want to change for the better. Like I said earlier, and that's how you succeed.
I hope that didn't sound harsh what I said.
Oh no, not at
About
all.
what? About white people?
Yeah, just not white people, but yeah, just people in general.
Just people.
It's fine.
people
When-
in
Just
general.
your friends.
Just the
Actually, just
disclaimer
people in
when we
general.
say this stuff, it's all personal experience.
Yeah.
Which and that's like generalization. All that stuff's like natural. That's how humans
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
so.
because you can't just sit there breaking down
Yeah,
statistics. You're not a computer.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
you're just gonna
Exactly.
talk.
You gotta generalize
Yeah.
to
And-
think.
Everything's with peace.
And I
Peace,
told
love,
you,
and
and I told you
positivity.
guys this too. Like when I was
Exactly.
in my apartment, I thought, oh my God, look at people love coming to my place. I have people at my place from 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. in the morning. This is awesome. Like people, my ego was talking to them. So I was like, man, you must be a pretty good guy. Like this is pretty cool. You must have a pretty nice personality. But then as soon as I stopped smoking weed, all those people were gone. My house was empty. I was alone. I was like, huh. They didn't really love me. They loved what I was doing.
Well, do you think
Yeah.
maybe you made it that way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
We created. I feel that.
We created that environment for ourselves, and it's hard to leave it. It's hard to leave the habit.
I was
and it's hard
doing
to leave
that
the
too.
environment.
Absolutely, especially
DMX
at,
actually has a song about this called
especially at
The Omen.
UMBC. I would just smoke, and I would just surround myself with people who smoked. We just smoked together.
Yeah.
Just smoke. Let's just smoke. Like
And
Yes.
and if you build friendships based off those habits,
Yeah.
once you break the habits, that breaks the friendship.
yeah,
You know, it's the same thing with alcohol. Like when you most of the friends that you have, and even my non-Muslim friends say this all the time, is that the friends that they have is based off of drinking.
Yeah.
So once you break drinking, you'll realize who your true friends are, the ones who just loved you for who you are, and it wasn't based off of whether you're drinking or smoking or going out or any of this stuff. No, they just really enjoyed your company as a whole. And that's the true friends that you should have around you. And once you start bettering yourself, and that's actually what you're going through, and I think that's what you were trying to say
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
is that
Hold
you desire. Go ahead.
I need a picture for my mom. She's gonna be happy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, get over here. Get over here. Should be.
Get closer.
Get on you. My mama. Oh shit.
So, once you
Taking a little picture for his mom.
Listen to the podcast, mom. Proud.
But once you change what's in yourself, then you start wanting to surround yourself with people that will better you,
Yeah.
people who are better than you, and so it's difficult because then your friends that are hitting you up that drag you back into where you don't want to be are like, yo, let's go, let's do this, and you're not trying to be rude, like, dude, I don't dislike you.
How are you gonna tell them? How does one be like, yo, if we're gonna continue these actions, you know what? Just say it straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would do is like, listen, man, I'm not drinking, and
Yo,
so a
can I
lot
say
of my
something
friends
real
would
quick?
go, yeah.
Yo, when I was in high school, I was sober all the way till my senior year. Never did anything. I like smoked rarely, and I
That's
did it with
cap.
my friend. I swear on my life, bro.
That's cap.
Yo, I didn't start chiefing till I graduated.
That's cap.
I put it on my life. My friend.
What? I swear to God, I smoked.
You never
like,
chiefed with me in high school.
I'm not swear to God, but I
Yeah,
swear.
you
I-
never chiefed with me in high school.
What did you do
I
like
like-
here at party? That
I
one
never
time?
went to a party till my senior
I'm
year.
not
of high
gonna lie,
school.
I only saw him senior year.
Yeah, I never went out
Because I
before
was
that.
at all the parties basically.
Yeah.
So when
You
he
never knew
he
me till my
appeared
senior
my
year.
senior year.
Yeah, that's when I started after I left. So the end of my senior, yo, I didn't drink. I drank one time my freshman year and I blacked out and I threw up and my dad picked me up and I was in the car just He thought I was like possessed. Like he didn't know what was going on. He was freaking out. He took me home. He was like, "Yo, we have to get him checked out tomorrow." So I was telling him I wasn't feeling good.
Because you don't want to tell me you're drinking. Because
he
he beat that.
I surrounded myself with these people who do those things in high school, and it made me like I just want to be their friend. I'm like, yo, you're cool. Like I actually was like wanted to get to see people and hang out with them and be with them. But I guess I kind of even answered my own question. Now coming back to that, I'm like, yo, all those relationships was based off me being kind of manipulated because I was a sober one, and now y'all are getting me to do these things with you.
You kind of manipulated yourself.
I manipulated myself. I was also learning and young.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this crazily affects me now, but this is something I think about like pretty often when somebody from the past hits me up that I'm still friends with,
Yeah.
Type shit.
What do you think exactly?
Just. What are you gonna say?
No, sick. What were you gonna say? I was a little confused.
I was clean living all in high school. Like did nothing, bro. Like I did nothing.
And you're saying it's almost like it's their fault for doing that around you, but it's not their fault.
I sought out just to hang out, like be friends. Like I didn't smoke, drink, and all my friends knew that type shit for real. Like I would watch my friends smoke, and like I was completely cool with that. But then it got to the point where like I had to, Yeah, that was my decision. It was a conscious decision to do that.
Yeah. It was a way of fitting in.
Oh yeah. Now looking back at it, you're just like, damn, I didn't need to do all that. I love the man who I am today, but
the reason why you look back at it is because your self-value has increased,
exactly.
And you realize that hey, I don't need to be like this to be happy, to be satisfied with my life.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable in your own skin first.
Yeah, man.
But it's good to be insecure because a secure person is gonna stay stagnant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're just happy with what they have, and like
that's what I was gonna say. My weakness was like you say, oh, I'm so self-aware, whatever, but it comes at a cost of always second guessing myself, always having that down in the back of your head too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my weakness is my ego. That's why I brought that up. Like I have a very self-appraising self. People suffer from self-consciousness. I suffer from self-appraisal.
Okay.
You know the difference between. So like myself.
You love yourself.
Myself loves itself, not me. Like your mind and yourself are different. So it's
it's like your natural state. We all have our natural mental state, so how we think.
My natural self is just sitting there like, dude, you're so dope, man. I'm like sitting there talking back like, yo, relax.
They should take your blood and inject it to anybody who
inject it in me, bro.
Let me get some.
You hear about that thing where it's like
people,
fat people. They're starting to do this thing where they take skinny people's waste, fecal matter, and inject it up the fat person's butt.
Because of the metabolism.
And then it increases their metabolism. They start metabolizing like a skinny person. I don't know.
That's some backward shit, bro.
It's like working though. Modern science.
It's like a butt chug. So yeah, you get drunker.
I'll get some of that.
But yeah, man, that's definitely my weakness, and that's one of the things that scares me the most about this podcast succeeding is I don't want to lose myself. I don't want that part of myself to be boosted by this. Yo, man, that's the scary part.
It's gonna happen though. I feel like it will. If it might a little bit, but like.
I just gotta keep checking myself, and if you guys ever notice it, like call me out on it, because that is my weakness.
We all do it. I do it.
That's fine,
like I've suffered from self-consciousness, but everyone's self-conscious in a way.
Mm-hmm. I'm very self-conscious.
Okay.
But I don't think self-conscious is a bad thing. I'm just extremely conscious of myself, like at all times.
I'm not self-conscious. I'm conscious of myself, bro.
So what helps is
I made that decision.
I'll tell you what helps is becoming people conscious really helps self-consciousness.
Oh yeah.
What I mean by that is when you start worrying about others, when you start looking at the person in front of you and caring about how they feel, how they're feeling in the conversation, and what kind of words you're producing, it removes you from, because self-consciousness is exactly as you said, you're conscious of yourself. So when you're instead conscious of others, it removes you from the conversation and actually makes you, for example, if you want to scheme on girls,
exactly,
it's best to actually think about how they feel in a genuine manner.
Absolutely. No one loves it when you're like, yeah, I'm the shit. Like girls don't like that. Like to an extent they do, but in the right way.
Yeah.
They gotta read off you that you're confident, but
in a genuine.
But then you're so confident, whatever. But you're asking them about like how they're feeling, this or that. You can't be like overconfident, like yeah, I'm the shit, yeah.
That's how Billy.
I got
pulled that
this,
girl
I got
3 days
that.
ago.
What?
That's how you pulled that chick 3 days ago.
Oh no.
Confident, but himself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just gotta be yourself.
But sometimes, but like that's my battle I'm having right now. Is like I need to be drunk to get like that sometimes. Like I
I
can't.
thought you were chilling. You could have had that before you. Even
Yeah, well, that was a special case. She was just feeling
planned.
it. She was feeling it.
She was
yeah.
scheming.
But if it was like a girl I want that doesn't want me, I feel like I have to be like drunk to go up and talk to them because I know they don't want me.
Well, because what happens is that once you take injections because all these drugs and alcohol, all they're doing is injecting the very things you lack. And so once you start injecting them more often, the things you lack become more lacking because you're depending on those things for self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so you'll find that people who drink less actually probably like would pull more because they've been so dependent.
Yeah,
on
they've been
themselves.
on their default. That's something my mom has always felt about drugs and stuff. She's like, you don't turn to a drug to solve a problem.
Yeah.
Because if you're always in that sober state, you're going to force yourself to figure out that problem or be damned the whole rest of your life. You know what I mean?
You have to talk to yourself when
Mom's
you're sober.
facts.
Yeah, my mom is the smartest person I know, yo. All right, shout out my mom.
That's good.